are staying inside a converted church with a chef's kitchen. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I think this will be a very, very fun Vlogmas. I can't wait to get cooking and share some of my favorite savory, comforting, vegan recipes with you. I'm gonna be cooking up quite a bit here in this kitchen just off to my right. And I can't get over the space. It's just incredible. Good afternoon, guys. I had honestly hoped that a few more of my sustainable clothing packages would have arrived by now, but they haven't. So far, I have received, though, my Thief and Bandit order. Thief and Bandit is a Canadian company based in Halifax, which I think is particularly noteworthy because most Canadian fashion companies and brands are based in Montreal, Toronto, and sometimes Vancouver. Being based out of Halifax, I think is pretty cool, but they design, cut, and do all their manufacturing over in Halifax. They also print their own fabrics as well. They're all designed, you know, in-house. They have just really unique pieces. This is my first time ordering from them. So first of all, the bag looks like it's biodegradable. It says, "I'm a real dirt bag. I'm made from plants and non-toxic compostable resin. I'm not for the recycling. Reuse me, then put me in with your food scraps and garden waste." So biodegradable bag, which is great. And, oh, this is so cute. Oh my gosh. So it looks like the paper is also done in one of their illustration prints. So like as I was mentioning, all their illustrations and their prints are done in-house, and they actually, you know, stamp and screen print the fabric in their studio, which is pretty cool. This is adorable. Oh. So this is a bodysuit and a headband, a fabric headband. I'm really excited to try these out, actually. See a little business card. Slow fashion for all, Thief and Bandit. Hand-printed, handmade clothing and gifts. Their showroom is in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Oh, that is so cute. They did a postcard and made it look like it's been through the mail. It says, "Greetings, thank you so much for your purchase. Your garment was made by hand and sewn in," oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this, Makimaki? So sorry. If I have any native watchers, maybe you can correct my pronunciation. I know that a lot of the Canadian businesses that I've been working with have been pointing out the territories that were formerly owned by Native Canadians, you know, which are now obviously occupied by different groups at this point. And I think it's really admirable to acknowledge the land and the history of the area where you live. So I think that's really sweet that they've pointed that out. The unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people, widely known as Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. We hope you enjoy your TMB piece just as much as we enjoyed creating it. Thank you again for the support. With love, Amy and the Thief and Bandit team. Cute. Okay. Ooh, so right off the bat, very stretchy and soft. Ooh, I'm gonna try this headband on. And then this is the bodysuit. Now, I knew as soon as I came across the Thief and Bandit website that I would have to order from them. First of all, I love Canadian fashion. I love slow fashion. I love pieces that are made ethically here in Canada, and they have a lot of turtlenecks. So I was planning on purchasing just a plain turtleneck from them, but then I saw this bodysuit. And the reason that I wanted to give this a try is I always tuck my turtlenecks in, and then they always kind of get like pulled out over the course of the day. So I thought I might try a turtleneck bodysuit, and we'll see how this fits. I'm excited to pair this with long skirts, as well as obviously pants and things like that for the winter. And then I just got the matching headband to go with it. So I'm gonna try these on, but I also need to get packing because we are leaving first thing in the morning on our trip to a cottage in Paisley, Ontario. So obviously we don't plan to socialize or anything while we're there. We're just going and we're gonna kind of stay for the most part in the cottage. It's supposed to be really cool though, because it's actually a former church that was converted into like a residential home, and it has a chef's kitchen. So I plan to do a lot of cooking and baking. So I've got to get all of my supplies ready for that. I'm going to be bringing, you know, obviously a lot of my own tools and all the ingredients that I'll need, including like seasoning and oils and all of that stuff. So I have a lot of items to get together. I had really hoped that my order from Mate would have arrived by now, because I had a lot of cozy, organic, ethically made pieces that I specifically ordered so I could wear them at the cottage. I'm wearing a Mate organic cotton t-shirt and my sustainable Cashmere-Alternative joggers from Bleusalt. So I will definitely be bringing these pieces, but I had hoped to show you guys a few more items. I know there hasn't been too much variety as far as cozy wear so far, and I think that's just because all the shipments are so delayed right now with COVID going on and everyone ordering things for the holidays. So it's all good. I just had hoped to have those pieces with me so that I could have more warm, cozy stuff for this cottage trip. We're also going to be not too far from Blue Mountain, which is kind of like a ski and snowboard destination type place. But I also found out that they have a spa there, which, you know, some of the services are shut down, obviously, but they do have their thermal pools open. So I'm gonna try to get us a reservation for the thermal pools. I've never done that before, and they say it's supposed to be totally safe and fine. They're following all the necessary COVID procedures, so hopefully we can get a chance to do that. But if not, we'll just be staying inside our little converted church and doing a lot of baking and a lot of cooking. Having said all that, let me pop these on and see how they fit. I can't recall if I ordered a small or a medium. Does it say on here? No, it is quite stretchy. It's very, very stretchy. This is a medium. Normally I would order a small, but just because my hips are so wide, I ordered a medium in this. So let's go try it on and see how it fits. Oh my God. This is the most adorable little body. I love it. I love it, you guys. And I'm glad I got the medium. It fits perfectly. It's not too snug. Because it's printed, I didn't want anything that was going to be too tight, because you know, when the fabric gets stretched, it can distort the pattern. So I am glad that I went with a medium. It's actually a very modest coverage body. Like I will even pull these down and show you. It's like full back. I have full coverage here with this bodysuit. It's extremely comfortable, and I just love the little matching headband. Oh, it feels very high quality. The material it's thicker than I thought it would be. Most bodies that I've purchased, and even most like stretchy turtlenecks, aren't made from a fabric that's as thick as this. So this will be nice and cozy in the Canadian winter that's coming up. So I'm very pleased with this purchase. Normally I would style this with like a long, like I have this pleated champagne skirt that will match the shimmery pattern on this really well. I'll pair it up with that and some boots. I think it would go perfect with any of my black pants or black skirts, obviously. Unfortunately, I don't have time to demo what those outfits would look like, but I think you guys can get the idea. I'm gonna probably bring this with me to the cottage, actually. And I'm thinking I might also bring my Eco Alf shoes, which are made from recycled plastic water bottles. Reason being, I thought I would have more items to just wear and play with while we're up there. You know, it's gonna be cold. It's probably gonna be snowy, and I need a few like just comfortable pieces so that I can be warm and walk around. I'm hoping to walk the trails and things like that near the cottage. So I'm gonna just pack all of my cozy stuff. So definitely this bodysuit. I'm gonna be packing my crop top from Peace Collective that I showed you guys, I think 2 videos ago. I've been wearing that one nonstop. It's just so warm. And fingers crossed, before the evening is over, I'll receive one of the coats that I ordered, because I ordered not one, but 2 vegan winter coats, which is really exciting. I haven't purchased a new winter coat in about 2 years, I think now, because the last coat I purchased was from Vote NYC, which I love. They're sustainable and vegan, and they make the most elegant vegan winter coats, but unfortunately they did close, and they're no longer in business, unfortunately, which is so sad, because they made these like chic wool alternative coats that were just very, very flattering. But I have found a few other brands that I really like that are sustainable and vegan, and I'll be showing you guys those once they arrive. So I hope that at least one of them arrives before the trip, so I can show you guys what they look like in person. With that said, I need to get packing. I have so much packing I need to do, and it's pretty much all food-based packing, and that stresses me out so much. I've been making my lists. I'm like a list fanatic. I've just been keeping it all in Evernote. So I have a list for all the kitchen stuff I need, the baking stuff I need, the produce and fridge stuff, everything from the pantry, my outfits, my skincare, my makeup, any toiletries. We might need to bring linens with us because it's an Airbnb. I don't know if they're gonna be washing the sheets or whatever. So I'd rather just bring my own pillows and linens. And then I need to make sure that I have enough cold weather clothing, which, believe it or not, is one thing that I'm kind of lacking, even though I've been living in Canada for like 10 years. It's like I was like in denial of how cold it is for so long, and I've only recently started buying like really cozy stuff. Okay, this will quite easily be the easiest packing I have done to date, because I'm basically only bringing cozy, warm stuff. So I have my Frankenoak sea cell sweater, my other Frankenoak, what do we call this, sweatshirt. I have my encircled comfy blouse, so warm, but it's also a little elegant. I've got my Bleusalt sustainable cashmere-alternative turtleneck, the Mate organic cotton tee, and then I've got another Frankenoak 3/4 recycled polyester, like 3/4 sleeve mock neck top. I'm going to be bringing these sweatpants, as well as my white Bleusalt ones, 2 pairs of pants, and then my Peace Collective half zip. I'm gonna bring my new Eco Elf recycled fiber sneakers. Reason being, you see how thick the sole is on these? So I think these will be great in case there's a lot of like slush or rain or anything like that that I'll need to walk through when we're on the trails. I just don't know what to expect. I'm also gonna bring my winter boots though, just in case. Good morning, everyone. I am officially in vacation mode for the next week. I actually wanted to start my celebrations a little earlier. It is, I don't even know what time, noon on a Monday. Normally I would be several hours into work right now. To be honest, I did have a 3-hour meeting already this morning, even though I'm supposed to be on vacation. So now that that meeting is done, I can officially relax. I am going to attempt to open this bottle of sparkling wine, make myself a somewhat healthy mimosa using this cold pressed grapefruit, orange, and ginger juice. I've already had several shots of espresso this morning. And then I'm gonna make myself a nice savory vegan breakfast. I'm gonna go all out since I'm on vacation, starting with mimosa. And then I'm gonna make some savory tofu eggs on toast, which is one of my favorite weekend recipes. Okay, don't laugh if I totally bungled this, by the way. God, every time. Gets me every time. Oh yeah. I can't remember the last time I've had a drink, by the way. I really, I don't know, I haven't been that into alcohol lately, so I haven't had a drink in a while. So this is kind of special for me. do? Oopsies. I am going to go drink this in the tub. I'm gonna have a bubble bath. I'm gonna drink my mimosa because why not? I'm on vacation, I work hard. We've also had a lot of really good news to celebrate on the business side of things with the company that I work for. I don't wanna go too into it because I know you guys don't really care. So I'm just gonna kick back, take it easy, enjoy this mimosa in the bubble bath. And then I'm gonna take you guys into the kitchen and show you how to make my favorite decadent weekend like brunch food, which goes great if you are drinking alcohol, which is creamy scrambled tofu eggs on toast. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. Cheers. I just realized the reason I don't usually drink by myself, especially not champagne, is there's no way I can recork this. Yeah, I'll have to figure something out because there's no way I can finish this bottle by myself. There we go. That works, right? I love the smell of garlic and green onion just frying up together. So those have been cooking for just a few minutes on a very low heat, just to kind of like get all the flavor out of them. And then I've pulsed half the block of tofu, and it's gonna give me this really nice creamy consistency. You can add water or almond milk to the tofu mixture that you're pulsing just to give it an even creamier consistency. You can see how thick this is. I'm just gonna scrape it all out into the pan where I have my green onion and garlic simmering. And then I'm just folding the oil infused mixture in with this whipped layer. And I just need to add some salt, pepper, and turmeric as the kind of essential spices. The turmeric is more so for the color than it is the flavor, but you'll see what I mean once I start adding it in. The mixture will become this really nice bright yellow. This mixture here is my salt, my pepper, and turmeric. You just want to get that in, work it into this base layer here. And you'll see that the mixture slowly starts becoming yellow. Now just be careful, you can absolutely add more turmeric to make it more yellow and eggy looking, but it will give it more of that turmeric flavor. So there, now you can see it's a nice yellow, eggy color. And I'm going to next take the rest of my tofu block from earlier, and I'm gonna start crumbling it into this mixture. Now you can see already it's starting to really resemble scrambled eggs as far as texture and color goes. I'm just gonna add a little bit more seasoning to this. You could stop here if you just like a basic egg sort of flavor, but I like adding a few more spices, and I change it up every once in a while. But today I'm going to be adding a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of nutritional yeast, potentially a few herbs, but I'm gonna give this a taste test and see how it's tasting after I add the garlic, onion, and nutritional yeast. Okay, so we're pretty much there. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit to give it a more thorough cook through now that I've kind of more or less reached the nice like base consistency that I want. Going in with more salt. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of parsley and a little bit of rosemary as well. And voila. There you have your tofu scrambled egg. Now you can eat your scrambled eggs however you would like, but if you want something super decadent, I would highly recommend making some toast or a toasted bagel and then topping it with the scrambled tofu egg mixture. Obviously, I'm using a vegan butter here. And there we go. I highly recommend this after a long night of festive drinking or anytime you're really seeking a good comfort food for breakfast. I'm also filming a winter vegan shoe Instagram reel today, so that's why all my shoes are out here. You can see I've got my new Eco Elf shoes. I showed you guys that in a previous Vlogmas video. Got my Stella McCartney loafers, which honestly I can only wear when it's, you know, kind of warm out. My Taylor and Thomas booties, which I love. They're so pretty and badass. Those are actually made in Italy. Then I've got some, you know, cheaper options here. Converse. I got some Matte and Nap boots. Call it spring. Forgot what this company is called. They're not a vegan company, but I managed to find some really warm vegan winter boots. They've got like a kind of like a faux fleece on the inside. I wear those a lot. Then some very old over-the-knee boots from Guess. Look at this chef's kitchen. It's incredible. We have our ovens there, stove, several sinks. And then look at this fridge. Ah. This is incredible. There's also, in addition to this medieval style dining table, there is an additional fireplace over here, more stained glass. It just goes on and on and on. Look at this space. It's absolutely incredible, and yet they have these antique pieces throughout as well. So incredibly unique. I just love how they finished this kitchen. Oh, I keep getting chills though in some of these rooms, even though I have a winter coat on. I don't know what the purpose of this space here is. It's got this little gate. Perhaps if you attend a church more regularly than I have, you would know what this gate is for. I'm truly not sure. I don't know if this is from when it was still functioning as a church. Maybe it was part of the service. We have all these, what appear to be original glass pane windows. Interesting. Okay, how do I get out? Latch. Uh-oh. And then, so we started bringing our luggage in, obviously. Here at the front, if we go through here, there's one washroom here. Because I can open it and show you guys. Yeah, just standard washroom. Bedroom number 1. What's that? Door stop. And then the master bedroom, which has these incredible windows. Wow. A walk-in closet. And then here's the ensuite bathroom. Generously sized. Comes with a stool inside the shower. So I'm obviously a little haggard from our journey all the way from Toronto. I am going to unpack a bit and very, very hungry. I might try to make something to eat in our new temporary chef's kitchen. All right, so if we come in here, it is about, I think like 6 p.m. So we have all of the lights up above. I don't think these are really chandeliers, but we'll call them chandeliers. Chandeliers are on. Fireplace 1 is on. fireplace too is off. We've poured ourselves a few glasses of champagne, and we'll be settling in for our first night inside. Oh my gosh, you got the TV on. Wow, that looks great. Babe? It was so funny. He thought he lost me earlier, but I was just napping and he started freaking out. It was pretty funny.
Trip.
Or to do anything. Oh my God, the picture on that TV is so good. Look at that. Like,
yeah, our TV sucks.
Compared to that looks great.
Bad. That's why our TV now is like really good in comparison. I think we need to upgrade the TV.
Well, I'm not opposed to that.
Okay. I'm pulling up the cash.
Okay, I just want to document this in case anything happens to us tonight. What is this painting? It's totally creeping me out. And as soon as I walked into this room earlier, this was like hours ago, I walked in here and I just had chills up and down my back, as well as in what was like, I don't know, like the congregation hall formerly down there. And then we opened up the doors and this painting has just been creeping us out. Like, I don't know, these characters are just, they're eerie. And then we noticed, like, what is that up there at the top? I'm honestly a little freaked out right now, you guys. So hopefully everything goes all right for our first night. Okay guys, so we are going to settle in for our first night in the church. I don't think I've told you guys this yet, but the church was built in 1856. I think it's 1856, so super old church. I'm just in my Frank and Oak sweatshirt and my Cashmere-Alternative jogging pants, lounge pants from Bleusalt. Ooh, into the vodka?
Yeah.
Is that from Spirit of York?
Mm-hmm.
Forgot to tell you guys this earlier, but we actually managed to go down to the distillery district, which is exactly as it sounds. It's a distillery in downtown Toronto. I'll put in a montage of the footage. Usually the distillery district is transformed into like a Christmas market this time of year, but obviously with COVID going on, most of the shops were closed, unfortunately. But we were able to buy a few gifts for ourselves and others at Spirit of York, which is a gin and vodka distillery. Actually very, very tasty. They started creating different infusions of their gins and vodkas, and they're, I would say, pretty good. So I would definitely recommend checking them out, as well as the other distilleries in Toronto if you're ever able to. There's also a sake distillery, which is really good down there as well.
Their vodka is just incredible.
Mm.
I'm not a huge vodka drinker.
No, you're not. He likes his brown liquor. You want to sit with me by the fire?
Do it.
It's super cozy.
Cheers.
Your little glass.
Strong glass.
Morning. This place is just so incredible. I can't get over the views in here, even though I've walked back and forth through this space like, I don't know, 20 times. It's still just, wow. Some details that I just wanted to walk through with you guys. This piece here is obviously what the priest would have used to do his sermons, which is very, very cool that they still have that here. And the taller chairs that are at the dining table, same thing. If you look at the historical photos from this church, those chairs were part of its, they were used basically back when it was functioning as a church. This is an old sewing table. I'm going to do some slippers out of the way. I don't know if you guys have seen one of these before, but the way that they function is there's a wheel here on the right side, and you just press this lever up and down, and there would have been a strap or a bit of fabric that connected this wheel to the needle head in the machine. So you would have, powered the machine's sewing function using your foot and the pedal right here. And then right behind me is a little space that I actually haven't been in. It's a little eerie because it's behind this door. And I think that if I look at the layout of this whole area, I think this would have been the original entrance that the public would have used. It's very cold out here. I think this is the entrance the public would have used to get in to the church for the service. And it's covered in these funny little tiles. I wonder if this was part of the renovation. You can hear birds. And let's see, I'm gonna try opening the door. I'm assuming this goes outside. Oh, there's a lock. Okay, yeah. Oh, hitting snow. Yeah, this goes outside. Cool. Okay, so those double doors over there is how we actually came in. So I guess this is another way into the church space. Lock that. Ooh, such a neat space. Oh, so unique. I mean, I could easily spend a few minutes talking about every little feature, like this stained glass window. There's a dove in the middle of it, right there. Just some sweet little features. They've added skylights, clearly, but these pointed windows here, looks like they've kept the original stained glass. And I don't know what would have originally been on this side, but there is some space carved out here. So I don't know if this is like a functioning window that could open and close, back in the day, or if it was also stained glass. Just so beautiful. And these bricks here surrounding the ovens, this brick was actually from the original chimney, and they repurposed it to line the frame for these appliances. And what else did I read that was interesting? I also just really appreciate how they've renovated this kitchen. As someone who's very into design, it's really awesome to see all these integrated appliances. Oh, and you know what's awesome? Check this out. Ta-da! How cool is this? As someone who has a lot of canned goods, this is really, really, really smart. I mean, you can see there's no overhead, bulky, cabinets for storage, except for these little glass ones here. So having this integrated vertical storage, woo, my goodness, it's just genius. So they have it here at either side of the ovens. What's that? And they also have it at either side here of the fridge. So whoever did the design for this kitchen renovation is just you are a genius. I would love to have some of these features in our own home. And check out this, like, okay, I know some of you guys are gonna be like, I don't care, but I think this corner storage solution, do you see the mechanism catching back there? What a great way to utilize dead space. I love it. I absolutely love it. I will miss this kitchen dearly after we leave. And I will be cooking today. So I am planning to actually be doing a bit of baking this morning. Excuse the toilet paper. But we obviously brought a whole bunch of our own items from home, and I'm going to be making my famous sweet potato muffin loaf. I told you guys about it before. It's a bit like kind of like the loaves you get from Starbucks. Sorry, and I'm just doing a whole bunch of like sweeping shots of the space, and I'm not doing too much filming of myself right now. It's just, I don't know, I feel like this is so much more interesting for me to film than my face. So yeah. I'm gonna settle in, have a bit more coffee. Dushan's gotta jump on a few meetings today, and then I'm gonna get baking. Good morning, guys. Welcome to our first morning waking up in the converted church. I'm going to fully embrace my vacation mode, and I'm going to be making my favorite recipe from the Buddhist chef, well, at least favorite, like sweet recipe, which is the sweet potato muffins, which you guys have seen me make this before. I just make it as one big loaf instead of as like individual muffins. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off with 1 cup of sugar. I usually use just like a wee bit less. That looks good. So we don't like things too sweet, but you know, you can do you if you want to use the full cup. I'm just going to add this to the bowl. And I'm really excited because I actually have a KitchenAid mixer to take advantage of in this kitchen. So that's really exciting. I've never actually gotten to use a KitchenAid while I'm cooking. So I'm gonna be using that. So I'm adding 3/4 cup of oil. The recipe calls for vegetable oil. I'm just using olive oil because that's what I always have on hand. And that's what I brought with me. And then applesauce. For the applesauce, it's not usually something I have on hand, but I did buy some like snack packs of it pre-made, which is great. So I'm just gonna dump that whole little container inside the bowl. Then I'm gonna take it over to the KitchenAid and have it beat for 2 minutes. Now I've never used a KitchenAid before, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try to lower it down. Already not doing so well. Oh, how does this work? Okay, I think it's mixing. I'm really excited about that. Because usually I do everything manually. So in another bowl, I'll need to whisk together flour, walnuts, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and cinnamon. Now, I don't have walnuts with me, but what I do have is Bleusalt nuts, so I'm just going to chop these guys up real quick. One tip I have for you guys, if you're ever chopping walnuts, a serrated knife, like a bread knife, works beautifully on nuts. Because you know how usually if you try to cut it with a standard knife that you use on, say, like vegetables, the nuts go flying all over the place? The serrated teeth on this knife help keep the nut in place so it doesn't go shooting all over the darn place. So, and like personally for me, we don't use bread that often. At home, I'm not cutting loaves of bread very much at all. And so I have like zero concerns about the nuts dulling my bread knife because I will be chopping nuts way more frequently than I'll be slicing bread. So next to my oil, applesauce, and sugar mixture, I'm going to be adding, let's see, 2 cups of grated sweet potato. I've actually taken advantage of the food processor here and I've pulsed my sweet potato, so that's good to go. I'm going to be adding half a cup of almond milk and then 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, which I have in this little pitcher here. Okay, so I don't know how to do this. Let's see here, can I just lift it? Okay, that seems to work.
You want some coffee?
I think I'm actually all right, thank you.
You're gonna crash at 7 p.m. again.
There's no shame in that.
When you're in your early 30s.
So I actually don't know if this is 2 cups of sweet potato. I just grated up like 3 small sweet potatoes. I don't like to bother with being too precise with my baking and cooking. I'm sure for some people that's blasphemy, but truly, if I want to make it enjoyable, I don't want to be too precise because I just want to take it easy and enjoy it. Here, I can just does that work? Lock it and cool. Nice. This is such a time saver. Like, I've always wanted a KitchenAid. Maybe we could get one for the house.
Sure.
He's saying sure because he doesn't know how much they cost. All right, so next I need to measure out 2 cups of flour, half a cup of chopped nuts, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt, and half a teaspoon ground cinnamon. Alrighty, so let's measure this out. Hopefully without making a huge mess here. Okay, so this is a little more than 2 cups, but I'm just gonna go with it. Gotta add my nuts. Oop. And oop. Baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Got my teaspoon ready. Let's start with this. 1 teaspoon baking powder. You know what's so satisfying when you're baking is just being able to take the ingredients and being like, I'm done with you. You've served your purpose. Baking soda. If any of you watching are like professional chefs or bakers or whatever, I apologize in advance that my technique is all over the place. I'm sure a lot of what I'm doing here is unorthodox, but the point of this is for me personally to enjoy this expanse of free time. And one way that I like to enjoy my free time is by baking and cooking, because frankly, I just don't have time for it in my usual schedule. So this is very relaxing and therapeutic for me, even if I do seem a bit all over the place. I'm gonna just add all the salt. Half a teaspoon cinnamon. So then I need to stir this up. Oh, I hear Dushan's starting a meeting now. So what I'm going to do is whisk this together and then I'm going to add it to the KitchenAid over here. I'm gonna have to put myself on mute though and stop talking because Dushan's just started a meeting with one of his clients, so. $3.75. Perfect. Just wait for that to heat up. Once that's done mixing, I will be transferring it into a well-oiled baking pan. This is one that I actually brought from home, so if you recognize it, brought this bad boy all the way from Toronto. Let me grab you a fork.
Yes, please. Looks great, man.
Thank you.
Should we break up some wine to go with?
Ooh, that is such a good idea.
It's the only kind I have.
That's my line.
No? God. You just stole that from me.
No, I stole that from a TV show or a movie or something. Okay, we can make some mulled wine.
Yeah, let's do it.
I broke my tripod. So now I have to hold it by hand if I want to film. Okay.
You want me to film?
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
Here, you sit down. And there's plenty more. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there for Vlogmas episode 4. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that way you don't miss my next video. I suppose I should let you know that we will be here for a full week. So we're gonna have even more fun adventures, not just inside the church because, you know, I will be doing a lot more cooking, a lot more baking, and I will be filming all of that for Vegan Vlogmas episode 5, but we will be going on a few more adventures, so if you don't want to miss what we get up to next, which should include some more ethical vegan luxury. I ordered 2 coats, and I think one of them has arrived. So I hope to catch you in the next video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or morning or evening, whatever time it is, wherever it is in the world that you are watching this. Take care, guys. Bye.